The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of space unibrows. So get ready, nerds, because we're talking Buck Rogers in the 25th century space vampires. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for joining us. This episode, we're talking Buck Rogers in the 25th century. This, of course, is part of our club members area content. You guys can check us out on Spotify and Apple iTunes if you're into the audio end of things. I'm joined, as always, by my fantastic panel of nerds. Matt Vader's here. What's up?
Hi.
How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Yeah?
This was an amazing episode.
Amazing?
It was awesome.
You and I have different definitions of that word.
This was I wasn't quite sure what we were getting into here.
I was shocked at how bad it was. Yeah, I was shocked at how bad it was.
Kind of good bad, though, right? No?
I mean, yeah, I'm sure we'll have a ton of fun talking about it. Yeah. Judah's also here.
Hello.
Hello. I want to get like, what is it called when the comic books have like the noise in the sides, like onomatopoeia? Is that what it's called? When it pops up and it's like pow, like zing.
Word bubble. Oh yeah, those.
Is that what that's called?
No, it's not called onomatopoeia.
Oh, what is that? That's a word, right?
It is a word.
It is a word.
It's not correct for what you were using it for.
Isn't that when something spells the same way forwards and backwards?
I think that's a palindrome. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Kadish is also here.
Yes, I am here. I am not the grammar police, far from it. But this was probably my least favorite Buck Rogers episode that we've watched so far.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's a lot like pizza. Even bad pizza is good. So like, we did have fun watching this one.
Oh, it was definitely fun.
Got everything you want.
But
It's got hot chicks. It's got vampires.
Better than Farscape.
It's got zombies. It's got Kirk Fu in it.
yeah,
It's got mustaches.
Only one eyebrow though.
yeah, just
It's-
one giant eyebrow.
Giant eyebrow. It's got a lot of the. I think I know that guy from this show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's got a lot of cool daddy-os.
Wilma put in some work.
She did. She
this
worked. She
episode.
really acted her ass off.
She
on this
yeah.
episode.
She was like, they were like, Wilma. Well, that's not her name, but like, we need you to do more than just the damsel in distress. And she was like, she was pulling out tears and like shaking. Yeah, it's crazy.
Should've got it
She
in.
was talking
look
very
cold.
breathy.
Yeah. Look cold. Drop your voice.
Okay, I'm freezing right now.
I'm eat your soul.
I'm so cold.
Alex, there's just something not right. I feel like my soul has just been ripped out of me.
And Buck's like, you need another drink, doll.
Yeah,
I'll be right
stop
back.
being a hysterical woman.
Maybe you'd feel better if you made me a sandwich.
It's like, I gotta go put my skin tight white polyester suit on.
God, can you imagine the pit stains in that thing? They're just yellow underneath. Oh.
It's like just gotta peel that thing on. Gotta roll it on when you're like.
What about at the end of the day when he's all sweaty inside of it and he has to peel it
That's what I'm
off?
saying. Is like Ross from Friends when he takes the leather pants off.
And you know that shit is 100% polyester.
Oh, yeah.
So it sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's hot, sweaty.
Oh. Did Buck look like he put on a couple pounds in this episode? Like he got a little bit of a gut, like he drank a little too many beers.
He was eating a few too many food discs.
Yeah.
I have heard that he was very difficult on set during the formation of this. When they made these shows.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd have to look
Bit
at
of
it
a
little
diva?
bit more, but he's a bit of a diva. Yeah. So
I'm the star of the show. Don't you know
Bit
that?
of a brovo.
and I'm trying to figure out why exactly, because I don't think Gil Gerard was like a huge name prior to this show. Was he? I don't
I
know.
mean, his mom probably told him every day how special he was.
So like I don't remember any movies he's been in
I don't know either.
or any other.
We could
television
ask him.
shows.
He's still out there kicking around.
He's probably very angry.
He's just here for the kicks.
He's just here for the
That
kids.
he peaked with a dildo bot.
Meaty. All right, let's get into this episode. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, and we're going to talk about the space vampire episode. Welcome back, everybody. Hey, if you guys want to support what we do here and play an awesome mobile game, head over to saltynerd.com/DC and download Dragon Champions. It's a really cool mobile game where you get to collect your heroes and upgrade them and go on the warpath with us salty nerds. If you type in salty in the promo code area and you get yourself to level 20, you can then join our Salty Nerd Podcast Guild, which is ran by one of our patrons, JT. It's a lot of fun. We go on guilds. Actually, we have one scheduled today in the middle of our recording, so we might just stop what we're doing.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
He started a raid. It's going to start in a couple minutes. But anyway, We're going to have a ton of fun over there on Dragon Champions. And if you like what we do and you want to support us, the Dragon Champions developers also like what we do and they want to support us. So we can have a little collaboration going on. So if you play the game, you can help us and you can also help them.
Yeah,
It's
a win-win.
Be sure to use our promo code because that's how we get credit for that stuff. So
And that's how you get your free stuff.
yeah, if you don't want to give us money, give Dragon Champs money, and then they give us money. So it's a vicious circle.
We're all shaking each other's hands.
All right, let's get into it. Space Vampire. Take it away, Kadish.
All right. Buck Rogers in the 25th Century, episode 14 of season 1, entitled Space Vampire. Wilma, Vava Voom Deering, and Buck Rogers exit a Stargate in Buck's new personal starcraft, a shuttle/fighter combo that Buck is teaching Deering how to fly. You know, not because she's a commander in Earth's Defense Force or anything, but because she's a woman. The two are headed off on a romantic vacation together, but have to drop Twiki off at the Theta space station to get a microdisc of his repaired so he can boogie with his new girlfriend, Tina, without blowing a tube. Buck, Deering, and Twiki dock with Theta Station and meet up with Deering's old friend, Commander Royko, the only man in the universe who can give Buck a run for his money in the facial hair department. Buck picks up on the fact that Royko and Deering used to fuck, and Twiki offers to slap some skin with Big Daddy Royko. But before Buck and Deering can ditch Twiki and continue on to their luxury vacation, a derelict ship flies through the Stargate and crashes into Theta Station.
All right.
That spaceship crash, horrifying.
Yeah.
It's tremendous.
It was like a giant penis inserting itself.
It was like
Wow, you make it really dirty.
slow motion. It was like slow motion of like a toy spaceship falling onto a pillow.
It lasted a really long time.
It did.
Slow, no lube, just dry.
It was. That was exactly it.
And there was no explosions.
It was so dry that it like made a vacuum seal. When it's like melded with the station.
And then the space station starts sucking it in even deeper.
Yeah.
So we got the revelation that Twiki has a girlfriend.
Beady.
What did he need? He needed something to repair.
He needed a fresh micro disc to keep from blowing a tube with his new girlfriend when they boogie down. Those were exact words from the episode.
Yeah, cool, daddy.
Yeah, when did fucking Twiki turn into like a New Jersey truck driver?
He's always been.
He's like, it's the button on the left. Fuckwit. It was so weird.
I like his introduction to Royko, where he's like, "Slap me some skin, daddy."
It's like I don't remember Twiki from my childhood.
Yeah.
Being so weird.
He's super weird, man.
Super weird.
Oh, and he can't walk downstairs. He's like, he walks up to the thing, goes beady, and then Buck Rogers has to pick him up and carry him down.
Did you hear when he picked him up? He went wee. He did. It's there.
Oh my god, dude!
Can we also point out Wilma's vacation outfit?
Oh man, that flesh colored like bikini top or what?
Tight, pink bodysuit.
Her little crop top.
Yeah, crop top. Thank you.
And her boots. Her boots are very fashionable.
Oh yeah, the white leather boots.
I love everything she wears.
She looks great.
Yeah.
Definitely.
I mean, everybody in this show is just into like full polyester bodysuits.
Yeah, I gotta say though, I'm getting tired of seeing Buck Rogers in his white onesie.
Well, that's
like I liked his.
I'm not.
No, like in the first episode we reviewed when he was wearing that like captain's uniform with the white pants and the red jacket. I'm like, that's a good Buck Rogers.
I think Alex just wants to see him in the black leather stud outfit.
Yes, give me more of that
from the Amazon women.
Yeah, absolutely. This white onesie.
His horse riding outfit.
Yes, this is what I wear.
Sorry. This is a very sexual show.
Oh, it's super. Like they go out of their way to make things weirdly sexual.
I mean, the 70s were like really funny because
it was a sexual revolution.
Well, there was rules that they had to live by on network television, right?
But they did everything they could.
Did everything they could to get around it. It's like shows like The Love Boat and Three's Company and stuff that was out during this era. They were all so subversive and but also just in your face. And it's really
now we have
funny.
shows called Fuckboy Island.
Yeah, and they're not as good.
No, because there's no subtlety to it.
No, not at all.
Like
I've never actually watched, so I can't say that.
Like part of the fun of this and what we talk about every week is because it's like You have to kind of dig beneath the surface to
like
get to it.
Surprise! You're like, oh my god, did they really just? Did they mean that?
Like Beatty's doing what?
It's clever. It's witty.
Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, and the mustache on Royko.
Oh,
Chef's
Oh, that
kiss.
dude.
Wow.
Yeah.
Listen, when Wilma and him were like introducing each other again for the 30th time, because they had a past relationship, Buck was not happy.
Oh, he's jealous.
It's like,
Oh, yeah, he was clocking that. He was
Yeah,
like, he was
yeah.
It's like, who's this dude?
They definitely fucked.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like, you mean there's somebody else out here laying down big dick energy?
I mean, the mustache on the doctor.
Well, also, so we pointed out when we first saw Royko, Jude and I were like, where do we know that guy from? And she had to look it up.
Airwolf, right?
Yeah, he was the shitty husband in The Howling. And then he was also in Cujo. I thought he was the shitty husband in that too, but he's the guy she's having an affair with. Both Dee Wallace.
So this was before the movies, though. So he went from this to movies? Early 70s. When did The Howling come out?
Yes.
This was late 70s.
Cujo? This is 79. When was Cujo? I want to say Cujo was probably early 80s.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, good for him.
Taking a network TV
Always
gig and-
playing the shitty guy.
the shitty guy. He's like, I'm this shitty husband with a mustache.
I have this mustache.
Yeah.
What else am I going to play?
Well, we got a couple of lots in the back for you if you want to get into Good for him, though.
Cue up the music.
Oh, sorry. All right. Well, yeah. The introduction. This episode's fucking bonkers. Yeah, go ahead, Kadish.
Buck and Deering accompany Royko to meet up with Dr. Ekbar and assess the damage from the crash. No one notices the strange red ball of light that's flown out of the ship and is hovering around menacingly. Buck suggests that they investigate the inside of the ship, and Royko gives him a huge belt to wear for some reason and leads him inside. But before she can join them, Deering gets an eerie feeling that she's being watched as the creepy red ball of light spies her very obvious camel toe and decides that's my kind of woman. Buck and his team explore the 30-year-old Class G cargo freighter and find all the crew are dead. Fearing the culprit could be some type of virus, Royko quarantines the station for 14 days to flatten the curve, putting a real damper on Buck and Deering's plans for a romantic getaway.
How dare you? You put some respect on that camel toe.
That camel toe was very in your face.
I don't think they let her wear undergarments.
No, there's no underwear in space.
No.
George Lucas set that up very strongly in 1977. He's like, listen.
Hey, they didn't make the rules. They're just playing by it.
This is technically 500 years later. Though.
I love rewatching this show as an adult. It's so different. It's like, wow. Way different than when you're 9.
Yeah.
I couldn't take my eyes off the camel toe in this episode. It was just so obvious.
I was laughing at the giant girder belt that he gave him.
The fanny pack?
Yes, I'm 100% sure this is what was going on. They were like behind the camera, hey, Gil, can you kind of suck it in a little bit? He's like, fuck you.
They were like, give him a fanny pack or belt or
They're
something.
like, do we have a belt that's like 4 feet wide?
Give him a weightlifter's belt.
Yeah.
And put some pouches and shit on it.
Make it a utility
Yeah,
belt.
and it is funny. He doesn't wear it on the waist. It's like around like his midsection.
Yeah, I'm legit. They like,
It's supposed to be
See
some
if you
kind
can
of.
cinch that thing in.
yeah,
I think they used the excuse that it's some kind of like air filter
sure.
or something.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. It was something like you have to put this filter belt on so you can all go
Only he gets one.
in the spaceship with the infected air. It's like,
Don't
okay.
worry, you guys. I have a belt. So
I
we
like
can
the
go.
reasoning. It's like, well, we're probably already infected by whatever's in there anyway.
Whatever. Let's just go with it.
It's space rules. It's fine.
Yeah.
I love how we haven't gotten there yet.
I keep flashing back to one of my favorite lines in a Galaxy Quest when he's like, "Don't open that. Is there air? You don't know."
Well,
Seems okay.
they did set up that the space station has like a self-repairing mechanism to it. So
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
basically, as soon as the ship crashed into the station,
Oh, yeah.
station sealed itself around there.
But what's funny about this is they don't think too hard and strong about it. It's not like a Star Trek show where they like you kind of like it's like you go.
They have-
oh okay that makes sense.
They have actual
This show-
physicists who
this
are
show,
like-
they just go it's got some self-repairing space slam-a-jam flam-a-lam.
You wouldn't understand.
mechanism.
You wouldn't understand.
It's like,
Don't worry about it.
It doesn't matter because we're going to play the story. We're going to tell you the story anyway.
Yeah.
Did anyone else have like a weird thing at the beginning here? We kind of skipped over it, but Buck's teaching Deering how to fly his new spaceship.
I
and
immediately thought that was weird.
It's like she's like a highly trained starship pilot. She should just know.
She's a military trained pilot.
Sexism.
She's
pretending not to know how to do something so that she can make him feel like he's teaching her something.
I suppose.
Wait, do you guys do that?
Yes.
What the fuck, man? Do you know how to drive a stick shift?
No. Well, someone gave me a lesson once. I would not say that I currently know how to do it.
Okay.
Why, you want to teach me?
Yeah, I can teach you.
Now listen here, doll. This is how you work a stick.
Wait, let me do the Wilma vampire voice. Do you want to teach me how to drive a stick?
Oh my god.
Sounds like a 3-pack a day smoker.
Yeah, I know.
It'll make me feel so powerful.
Oh my God, Mr. Vampire. This is something feels so good.
God damn it.
Join me, you'll love it.
I love feeling so powerful.
I love the fear. It feels so good. We skipped way ahead.
We did. Sorry. We're getting ahead of ourselves. Is there anything else, Katie?
Shit, spoiler.
right.
She becomes a vampire.
All right. Back in sick bay, Buck and crew are going through the captain's log entries to try to figure out what happened to the derelict ship, which is called the Demeter. The Demeter's captain details the escalating deaths of her crew and believes the cause to be a condition called EL7, a highly deadly and contagious virus that causes hallucinations. But Royko chalks it up to the hallucinations EL7 can cause. The doctor, however, doesn't seem so sure. Buck asks Twiki if he can fix a recovered servo drone from the Demeter to see if they can salvage any information from it. Buck then confronts Dr. Ekbar about his suspicions that this may not be the work of a virus, and Ekbar reveals that the crew of the Demeter is only mostly dead, with their bodies inert but their spirits or energy force missing, as if drained from them. Buck, having been a longtime fan of Colin Robinson from What We Do in the Shadows, naturally assumes that we're dealing with some type of energy vampire. But as usual, men from the future have no idea what Buck is talking about.
Buck drops vampire as if he's dealt with them before, and I thought that was really weird.
I mean,
he's like, "Oh, I know exactly. It's a space vampire." And everybody's like, "What's a vampire?"
That didn't bother me.
No,
because if any one of us went to the future and we were on a spaceship and a bunch of people were mostly dead and they had like things on their neck, we go, "Hey, that looks like something a vampire would do." You know, I mean, we would all do that, right?
Yeah.
It's like,
right.
You know what I hate about
in a movie
space?
one time.
You know what I hate about space?
What do you hate about space?
All the damn vampires.
Vampires. Yeah.
It reminded me of that first Star Trek episode that we watched where like the salt vampire puts their tentacles on.
They're probably ripping that off, right? Maybe.
Could
I
be.
do love a space vampire.
Well, I would normally, but this one.
Yeah. This one's a bit of a deal breaker. I'm going to have to close my eyes.
Yeah. Like they could have done so much more.
You should be preying on the blind.
What's the thing's name? Vorvon?
Vorvon,
yeah. We'll get there in a minute.
Yeah.
I like a handsome dude.
No. He got hit with the ugly tree a couple times. I like the captain of the ship before they went down, and she was
the fight scene.
Sure, the fight scene, yeah. But I like the video of her, and she's like explaining what's happening on her ship. She was.
That was the communications officer, wasn't it?
That was hilarious.
That was good.
Yeah, that was good stuff.
She's like, I'm just documenting that he's here and he's about to kill me. Who are you? Go away. Please go away. Won't you please go away?
Yeah. That is precisely what happened.
Thank you.
But no, I thought she was pretty. I was like, oh, she's giving Wilma a run for her money.
She's pretty, so
pretty.
She don't have to be good at her job.
She's fine. She's just a communications officer.
She's like every Twitch streamer out there. Pretty don't have to be good at her job.
I'm just gonna eat some cereal.
It'd be funny if there was like a chat scrolling up on the screen while she was doing that. Dropping bits.
Igor, make it happen.
Make it happen,
Igor. Igor, make it work.
Buck's just standing there and it's like, oh, look at that thought. Can't deal with these space thoughts.
I got a $5 super chat from Suck You Dry. Thanks.
I gotta throw her some bits. Come on, here's some bits. Yeah.
God damn it. Okay.
And that was Buck Rogers.
That was it. Is it time for our break yet?
No.
Okay, continue on.
All right. Back in New Chicago on Earth, Dr. Hewer is lamenting about how bad he is at keeping the plant Buck gifted him alive when he gets a call from Buck and Deering, who update him on the EL7 quarantine. Buck asks Hewer to look into the Demeter and its crew to see if they can figure out just what the fuck is going on. Buck and Deering then have a few drinks and food discs in Theta's bar, and Buck notices that Deering isn't fake laughing at any of his jokes like she normally does. Deering confesses that something is making her feel not so fresh, and assuming that it's just Deering's time of month, Buck ignores her feelings of impending doom and tells her that the Demeter's crew aren't really dead, just in a strange state of cellular suspension. Buck reveals a being, not a disease, is at fault. When Deering starts feeling icky when the red vampire ball enters the bar, Buck goes and gets another drink to take the edge off, but to Deering's horror, the red ball has manifested into Unibrowpire, the space vampire that's making evil marriage eyes at Deering. Buck returns with the drinks, and the Unibrowpire is suddenly nowhere to be seen, and Deering is worried she may be suffering from the effects of EL7.
I got a couple comments about this.
Please.
About these scenes we just watched. So first off, I feel really bad for Dr. Hewer because he has to sit there and once again play off the stupid light bright plate.
Yeah.
How hard is that going to be? Would that be for an actor? It's like,
I don't know.
I mean, it's so weird. I really want one of those to like put behind us somehow because I know we can get one off Etsy or something.
Probably.
I think it'd be a cool prop, but it's just weird every time I see it. It's like they inserted him in this episode.
For no reason.
For no reason.
They had to
really.
give him something to do.
He's like, it's like, oh, we got to make a phone call to Dr. Hewer. It's like, do they have like giant, like fake palm tree cell towers floating around in space to like boost the signal? How does that work?
It's called subspace relays.
Subspace relays. Okay.
They got that from Star Trek.
Yeah.
100%.
It's just always kind of, you can't phone call somebody from space. It's very strange.
What are you talking about, dude? They live streamed the moon landing.
Yeah, with
I got you on that one, didn't I?
Not that far away.
If the moon landing really happened.
You mean they couldn't live stream things from the moon in 1969?
The other thing that cracks me up is again just the overt sexuality of this show.
Oh, dude!
It's like there's the scene when they're in the bar that we just saw, and for no reason,
Buck is
they pan the camera over to Buck. And he's leaning up against the bar
with his ass out.
He looks and skin tight fucking polyester.
So far, there has been an egregious ass shot of him in every episode.
And he literally turns around and looks at the camera. Smiles.
Dude, he looks just like Lloyd Christmas from Dumb and Dumber. when he's showing his ass off and he's trying to get a hold of fucking what's her name?
He might also be saying, God damn, I look good.
He caught his reflection over the bar.
Got to get that money shot, bro.
Really funny stuff. Yeah. It's just, watching this show as a middle-aged adult from when I was 9 last time I saw this.
Never crossed your mind.
Completely different show. It's really funny.
I thought it was funny. So like you're in this space bar on a space station, and they have like these old arcade games.
There's literally like a cabinet, like Donkey Kong or something, over in the corner.
No
There's
shit.
2 of them.
Yeah, it's awesome. I was like, it was really
because they're space age.
I guess.
Hey, that was the height of technology back in the 80s.
1979. It was pretty cool. You know.
I still think they're cool.
Yeah,
I love going to
I'd love to have a couple
that bar downtown that just has all the arcade games in it. That place is fucking awesome.
Yeah, if we
That place
ever
is closed, isn't it?
They opened a new one.
If we ever get a clubhouse, we'll have to have somebody set us up one of those cabinets with the meme stuff in it.
We finally get our first good look at the Unibrowpire.
God, he's amazing.
This is when this episode really lost me. Like,
you can see the glue.
It's so
his
bad.
Eyebrow.
It's got to be the worst like vampire I have ever seen.
It's 100%.
It's so bad.
Yeah.
And like the first couple episodes that we watched of this show, I was like, oh, it has like a cool charm, and you could tell they spent time on the production to build the ships, and you could hop in.
This is the show that brought us Tiger Men. So.
But like this
Tiger Man,
like this vampire, what were they thinking?
They were thinking, make it scarier.
Make it with a unibrow.
Well, no, they were thinking.
I'm afraid of unibrows.
Unibrows are scary. They were probably thinking, it's Buck Rogers, so he can't be super scary. But we also need to make it look like a vampire.
It was probably a very
This from-
attractive man
from space.
and they were like, we have to make him ugly because Gil's gonna have a fit.
Gil's gonna freak out.
So let's give him really weird shoulder pads and a giant
Like,
head.
listen, man.
And a
Let's fuck up
unibrow.
his ears. Maybe he was like rude on set and they were like, let's fuck with this guy.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the outfit he was wearing with like the pointy shoulder
those
pads.
were-
I didn't
That was
even
hilarious.
notice the outfit.
It was hilarious, but it felt spacey. You know, it
Yeah.
felt like it fit with the other costumes in the show. But what killed me was the freaking giant head, the unibrow, and these fucked up looking ears.
It was like
I was like, what are they doing?
it was like
The better to hear you with, my pretty.
it was like somebody turned one of the aliens from Star Trek, the
Ferengi?
menagerie
Oh.
with the big pulsating heads.
Yeah.
And,
From
and
episode
crossed them
1.
with the Ferengi and turned it into a vampire.
It's just-
it was really funny.
It's so dumb. They lost me at that point. I kind of was like, really?
And his little pulsating red.
Yeah.
It looked more like a you know those black spots on like really bad film stock.
Mhm.
That was just kind of hovering. You know,
That was the height of
It
technology,
was
man.
very like Kill Bill.
it's like
Yeah.
put a red filter on that camera.
Yeah.
That's the vampire vision.
Yes, yeah. That's all it was.
Univision.
Univision.
They should have had one eye. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Just a one-eyed vampire.
You asked for too much.
Yeah, sorry. My bad.
It's way more makeup.
It's like we're going to shoot Wilma in red and make her act cold.
That's great.
Well, of course she's cold. Did you see her outfit?
She's got a crop top.
It's like the lowest cut that it could be, and also the highest crop that it could be. It's basically, you were right. It was basically like a bathing suit top, but with giant shoulder pads and sleeves.
Yeah.
I want one.
In the sickbay, Dr. Ekbar pages Royko to tell him about his theory, but before Royko arrives, Unibrowpire appears and his minions from the Demeter restrain Ekbar, and he feasts on the doctor's soul. Royko invites Buck and Deering to join him in sickbay, but when they arrive, Ekbar is dead. Deering starts sensing Unibrowpire's presence as Buck reveals his vampire theory to Royko, who can't believe a word coming out of Buck's mustacheless lips. Dr. Hewer calls Buck back, saying a bounty hunter on the Demeter specialized in hunting down dangerous alien fugitives. He only becomes a bounty hunter, however, after his wife and children died under mysterious circumstances. According to Hewer, the bounty hunter claimed something called a Vorvon was responsible for their deaths, and the bounty hunter became obsessed with getting revenge on it. Buck thinks the drone that belonged to the bounty hunter may be the key to figuring out what's happening. He goes to check in on Twiki's progress with the drone's data recovery, and it turns out Twiki got the drone repaired, so now Buck can see what the bounty hunter was after. Buck watches the video of the bounty hunter finding an invisible creature he refers to as a Vorvon. So either the Vorvon can't be recorded, or the bounty hunter was suffering from extreme hallucinations, which eventually killed him. Buck is convinced the Vorvon is real, and the bounty hunter was using something to ward it off. He decides to go back to the Demeter to find whatever it was the bounty hunter was using to fight against the Vorvon.
This guy was putting in some work too. Like
Do you want to know why you can't film a vampire?
because the camera has a mirror in it.
It has. They used to use silver in the film.
Ooh, that's nice. Even in the
Vampire
25th,
lore.
even in the 25th century.
I mean, they no longer do that, so that wouldn't fly now. But
I just
Mirrors used to have silver backing to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I didn't know that. Is that why they don't have a reflection?
Mm-hmm.
That's neat. Cool.
Yeah, but they kind of translated that to video recording in the features thing, where the Vorvons just don't appear on like video surveillance or anything computerized.
I dig it. The guy that's like, they filmed him fighting nothing.
The bounty hunter went full Bruce Campbell in
Yeah.
this episode.
Yeah, he did great. I was like, okay, that's a convincing fight against nothing. But
why would you even need to fight, though? Why don't you just go back into your red ball and fly away?
I don't know.
The vampire hunter Helsing.
Yes.
Van Helsing.
Yeah, what was his name? You called that.
Van Helsing. Helsing.
Helson, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the bounty hunter?
It's just a play on
That
it.
was a little weak.
You think it was weak?
Yeah, his name's Helson.
Yeah,
not
but
Helsing.
they totally respect
Yeah.
it.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. That was a Van Helsing reference.
I'm gonna let you have it.
Well, because that's what it is.
What was his first name? It wasn't Van.
It wasn't
they never gave
Yeah.
us a name.
Okay, it was just Helson. Bounty hunter Helson.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Oh, that's Van Helsing.
Heinrich.
Heinrich Helson.
Heinrich Helsing. Yeah.
Guillermo.
Oh yes.
I guarantee you that's what they were. That's
Yeah.
what they came up with.
Yeah. For sure.
I like how Buck came into the dark room and Twiki's like, boo. And Buck like pulls his laser and he's like, oh, Twiki.
Yeah.
His laser? You mean his glue gun?
It is a very tiny little.
His tiny little glue.
It's really bad.
Yeah.
I am shocked
This
at how much what they get away with that stupid glue gun in a holster. It's the dumbest thing ever.
I think it's cute.
Oh God. It's really kind
Reminded me
funny.
of Men in Black, where like Will Smith gets like the really tiny,
the noisy cricket.
yeah.
Hey, how many times you flashy thinged me?
It's like this is the show that makes me glad the 70s was over. With the
This episode?
with the polyester bodysuits and the tiny little vests that they all wear and the glue gun.
Oh, I like
guns.
the dude's black vest. He has
Yeah.
kind of like a Han Solo thing going on.
Kind of, yeah.
A little bit.
And those elbow bands.
Yes.
Digging it.
Oh yeah.
Neat
Liking
elbow
the
bands.
whole look.
We gonna cosplay?
Alex,
You-
you need to start feathering your hair like that.
Oh, fuck that.
Dude, I had that same haircut when I was like.
You did
years old. I
not.
did. Yeah, the little.
I don't believe you.
Blow dried.
I don't believe you.
God, can I give you a blowout one day?
You can try.
Okay.
I probably got pictures at home.
It's long enough.
Yeah,
After
I know.
when
I
we
saw
get
you took your hat off earlier, and I was like, "Wow."
yeah, that's long.
I
enough.
just
so
I didn't have
fast.
the sideburns yet because they couldn't grow them. You know. But
I get
it was
there. All right, let's move on.
All right. Back on the derelict ship, Buck makes his way to the bounty hunter's quarters and finds a small amulet, but is suddenly attacked by zombie Dr. Ekbar. Buck beats off Ekbar and escapes the ship, only to be ambushed by the rest of the undead crew of the Demeter. The Unibrowpire appears, but Buck's big dick energy protects him from the space vampire's hypno eyes. Before the Unibrowpire can neck rape him, Buck uses the amulet he found to hurt the space vampire, judo chop the zombie minion holding him, and attempt an escape. But as Buck is about to get overwhelmed by the space zombies, he triggers the ship's alarm and causes all the Unibrowpire minions to flee, just as he passes out from the stress of being so damn badass.
I think this is my favorite scene of the show.
Oh my god, dude.
Judo chop.
Judo
It was
chop.
and the kicks and the.
Who throws a shoe?
Honestly.
And my favorite part was when he reaches over
And hits the alarm.
hits the alarm, and all the zombies.
Like,
oh my god! Oh,
Run away.
Get back to our beds. Get back to the morgue, quick.
For no fucking reason.
Hurry up, play dead.
It's like, Andy's here.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah,
Yes.
That's so stupid.
he's so melodramatic the way he falls. Oh.
He's so tired.
That was just a Gil Gerard thing. I
I'm-
was like, oh, I'm tired of wearing this belt.
Yeah. He's like, I can't breathe.
He just wants to dance.
Oh,
He wants
God.
to boogie down.
He wants to get
Rock and roll.
I hated the freaking vampire when he's doing his finger thing to his neck. I'm like, why do you have teeth? He has giant sharp teeth, but he's using his fingers.
sucking the energy
Doesn't
out.
make any sense. Who made this fucking show?
Listen, you
Yeah.
mess with the bull.
You're gonna get the whole.
I used to do that to my dog. For some reason, when I made this thing,
That's
at
the
my dog-
Crocodile Dundee
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, kind of, but it worked on my dog.
That's fucking weird.
My English bulldog.
Yeah,
I'd
yeah.
go, hey, and the dog would go. I don't know. But it was like, I don't know what it would do. It was like, what the fuck are you gonna do with your fingers? It's like, I'm gonna get you, dog.
That scene in Crocodile Dundee.
Yeah.
The bull fucking lays down for him.
Yeah,
Well, took care of that, mate.
it works. It works.
It's so fucking stupid, bro.
That's because you do something so dumb, and the dog looks at you.
Just
and goes,
looking at you like, what the fuck?
all right, I'll calm down. What the fuck? What are you gonna do now?
He's got two of them.
The vampire's just like, I know how to take care of these humans.
This giant ass.
When he
dog
just
finger.
watched Crocodile Dundee,
Yeah.
he was like, dude, watch this.
Did you see this historical document? God damn it.
Those
like,
poor
rock
people
on.
trapped on that island.
Surely you don't think Gilligan Island is real. Sorry, we just watched Galaxy Quest, so the references are fresh.
He's gonna listen to some Dio. Like an angel in a yeah.
Shit. All right, man.
Speaking of that, when we were looking at Office Spaces recently, and Vader and I were paired up in one car, and we were jamming the whole time. At one point, Ozzy came on, and I just kind of like tweaked the volume a little bit, and he kind of like side-eyed me. He goes, "You can go higher."
It's okay.
It was really fun.
Crank it up to 11.
We had some bonding time.
Yeah, for sure.
We did.
All right. That is it for this half of the episode. If you want to catch the rest of it, and things get real sultry here in a minute, we're going to talk about Wilma and her deep, smoky voice. It's going to be a lot of fun. Head over to saltinerdclub.com. If you're not already signed up, sign up for the $5 tier, and you guys get access to 4 to 5 exclusive podcasts where we go deeper into these sci-fi episodes like this, and we did Doctor Who and started Atlantis. We had a ton of fun, and it's a great value for your money. You also get special Discord access. We do watch parties on Mondays. We do all kinds of stuff to help out our club members and say thank you for their support. So join us, and you guys can be there and be in the Cool Kids Club.
And that's 4 to 5 episodes every single month, and it includes the entire backlog.
Yeah.
And all of our content ad-free as well. Yeah. So if you don't like those YouTube commercials, join up.
Just I want to say welcome to our new patrons.
Yeah, we got a couple new ones.
We got new ones. Welcome to Lena, Bo, Crow, London, and Michael, all in the last week or so.
Nice. Welcome, guys.
Must be that Buck Rogers.
It must be Buck Rogers, man.
So sexy.
It's the big dick Buck Rogers energy. Yeah.
So sexy.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We're going to sign off now. Vader, where can people find you on socials?
You can find me. You can find me over at Twitter. Twitter and stuff at Matt Vader 74. Okay, good. Let's go.
Wow. Jude.
You can find me at I am Jude Juju on Instagram and on TikTok. And welcome to our new Patreon members. And thank you.
Yep. And Matthew Kadish.
I like how we literally do this like every week, and Vader still can't
Still
remember.
can't remember his name.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter. KadishBooks.com takes you to my Amazon page. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts, please give us a 5-star rating. Really helps us out.
Right on. All right, guys. Join the club, saltinerdclub.com. That's where the fun is had here on the podcast. Thank you all for joining us for this video. Stay salty. Club members, let's go.